Welcome to this shared service of St. Thomas Wesley and Knox United Churches. We are proud to be on the affirming ministry journey. We are grateful to live on Treaty 6 territory in the homeland of the Métis Nation. We are all treaty people. Creation is made of star stuff. From the basic building blocks of the universe come water, earth, fire, and air, and all of creation prays to the Creator. We welcome the Christ to brighten and ground our worship. May this spark of divine energy become a beacon of hope for all.
Good morning, everyone. I'm here this morning on behalf of the Church and Society Committee of St. Thomas Wesley United Church. We have the custom of bringing some attention to the calls to action from the Truth and Reconciliation Commission report and the calls for justice from the inquiry, the final report from the Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women and Girls and Two-Spirited People report. Before I launch into that, I do want to remind people that on September 30th is Orange Shirt Day, and the United Church is encouraging us to wear orange on that day to remember the children who went to the residential schools. Today I'm highlighting the call for justice from the Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women and Girls and Two-Spirited People's Inquiry from the report. And this reads, we call upon all governments to immediately commence the construction of new housing and the provision of repairs for existing housing to meet the housing needs of Indigenous women, girls, and two-spirited LGBTQIA people. And this must ensure that all Indigenous women and girls and two-spirited people have access to good housing, a place where they can live appropriately, can live according to the culture, and can feel that they are safe and secure. So I've paraphrased some of that. My mind went to this particular call for justice for this morning because of Janine Manywounds. Janine is a friend of St. Thomas Wesley and particularly good friend of mine and of the group that meets here on Thursday evening. And she passed away on August the 12th of last month. Janine was, as was said by Les in our smudge in her honor last week, Janine was a good spirit. She was a very wise woman. She knew the teachings of both the Sarsi and the Cree because she was Sarsi on her mother's side and Cree on her father's side. She brought lots of those teachings to our discussions and helped us to learn more about the differences, but also about the importance of the teachings, particularly the teaching of respect. Janine had 5 children, one of whom passed away before her, and 4 grandchildren. I have made some gentle, hopefully respectful attempts to contact the family, to pass on our sympathy and our great sorrow as well, and our appreciation for their mother. I've sent the messages. I've not heard back of any consequence, and I am really wanting to leave people space for their grief, and I know that they are grieving deeply. Janine loved her children passionately, and she worked very hard to be the best mother that she could. And I can tell from what they've posted on Facebook that they also loved her dearly. Janine loved St. Thomas Wesley United Church. She was very committed to this congregation. During the time when our corporate worship has not been happening here at the church, she kept asking twice a week or more often when the church was going to open. She was invited to attend other churches, but she had always declined, saying she had her church and this was her home. We will miss her deeply and remember her friendship. and feel great sorrow that we've lost her. Janine's health was not good into the summer. She was in pain a lot of the days when we met outside in the doorstep because the church building was closed. She came walking, but with great pain. She was seeing doctors throughout the summer. Um, I guess my one hope is that Janine left us knowing that she was very much loved and appreciated. And my one wish for her while she was with us was that somehow we could find her a safe and secure place to live, because she moved from place to place, and always they were what we call trap houses. There were drugs and people in and out, and some awful things happening. She had a wonderful sense of humor, so I'm going to finish by just telling you two stories. I saw her almost every day because my office is very close to the bus terminal, and she'd come ringing the doorbell, and I would go out and we'd have a little chat. Probably one of the last days that I saw her, she came with a pit bull puppy that she was puppy sitting, but she needed to go all the way over to the east side for her to see her trustee, and she wanted to know if I could look after the puppy. I didn't feel, it's not my office, I'm a guest there myself. I didn't feel that I could really puppy sit, so we devised a plan whereby she put the puppy into a grocery bag, a shopping bag that she was carrying, and put it over her shoulder, and she got several bus rides that way before she was found out, and there was one point when she did have to walk away. So I carry some of her sense of humor with me because she was indeed blessed with the gift of humor, but also with the gift of laughter and a wonderful smile. And I don't know how she saw me in this, but this was a gift that she brought me again within the last month or so. And she said this reminded her of me, so she bought it so she could give it to me. So somewhere Janine saw in me a unicorn, or she saw in the unicorn a bit of me. And just to say that we do miss Janine intensely, and do pass on our deepest sympathy to her children and her sisters who have survived her. And do wish that with this call for justice, that Indigenous women and girls and two-spirited people would indeed have good, safe, and secure homes where they could be themselves, and where things that they treasured would be safe.